Hi, YouTube family. Auntie is here. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's time for the curls and the scoop and my faces. We always start with a hug, so come on. Thanks so much for joining me for a Wednesday edition. Yesterday, when I was talking about people throwing stuff on the stage, I wasn't talking about panties. I wasn't talking about roses or flowers or fun things or teddy bears. I'm talking about cans and bottles. And it's happened at concerts for Lil Wayne, Lady Gaga. This is actions that you can't do. Busta Rhymes the other night, he stopped the show because someone grabbed him. You can't do this if you're in the front. You can't do that. Nene Leakes got paid. People want to argue with me. That woman got paid. She did not go away quietly. They wanted to make it seem like, oh, she dropped it. They paid her to go away. She was paid to be quiet. And I'm sure Nene is quite happy right now. More strangeness with Wendy Williams. Did her son spend $100,000 on her American Express card? He's denying it. The bank is giving reasons why they froze her account and why she still to this day cannot get it. But I say it every week. She's surrounded by people who don't have her best interest at heart. Let's get to the R. Kelly trial in Chicago. The young lady that was in the video years ago where he urinated on her is now 37. She was 14 at the time. Her mother testified. She said she lied in 2008 because she felt threatened by R. Kelly. She says he would use statements like, "You're either with us or against us." The Aunt Sparkle was the one who introduced the young woman to R. Kelly. She was 13, and he said, "I'm going to make her a star." So many people failed this woman. I can't even imagine what state she's in at 37. Like where her mental state is to go through what she went through. And now to realize at this stage in her life that it was wrong and it was abuse. You can't fall for the okie doke. I'm going to make them a star. When you hear the parents and their excuses, well, why'd you let your daughter live with them? Why'd you let your daughter out your sight? What do you mean she got to go and live with them? I'm pack my bag up too. We all going to live with you. The notion, I'm going to make them a star. Oh, they're going to be the next Aaliyah. Can't fall for that. And you damn sure don't sacrifice your kids. And people have been sacrificing their children for a long time. Oh, it didn't just start with kills. It's been happening for a long time. What kind of parent are you if you sacrifice your child for this so-called thing called stardom? It's not all that it's cracked up to be. Diddy, Puffy, I'm starting to call him Little Biggie, because that's what he looks like when he takes off that shirt. He says he meant no disrespect when he made those comments about R&B music, saying R&B music is dead. See, at the end of the day, Diddy needed attention for his album that nobody's playing and nobody is buying. R&B music is not dead. It's been altered, and trust me, as someone who plays current R&B, it's gotten a lot better. Now we get more women out here to sing, and I want some producers to get with Fantasia, some real producers, and give her the smash that she needs, because she's a heck of a performer. But Diddy says he meant no disrespect. Usher was like, "Are you crazy? I'm the king of R&B." And Usher's had some hits, you know, and it's been watered down, the music, but it is on the come up. Sylvester Stallone, Rocky fame, 76. His wife of 25 years is divorcing him. Sylvester Stallone's wife, 54 years old, says something is wrong with their money and that Sylvester was doing funny things with the money. She wants all that money split evenly, and she says she wants her share. They have 3 grown daughters, but the marriage is over. Sylvester Stallone had a picture on his bicep of his ex-wife or Jennifer Flavin, his wife, soon to be ex. He recently covered it up. That marriage is over. Jennifer Flavin says, show me the money. Latin singer Shakira has definitely seen better days. They're getting on her about her taxes in Spain. She can go to jail for 8 years. And the father of her 2 children recently dumped her. There's leaving and then there's dumping. He has dumped her for some little 23-year-old hottie. And this is where the disrespect comes in. He's public now with this 23-year-old hottie. And she's been posting videos on her IG where she's dancing to Shakira's music. The disrespect. The disrespect. Baby, woohoo! You're going to find out what karma is. Never do the I got him. Never do that. Karma is real. And you must always, this is a little auntie advice, watch how you get them. You can lose them the same way. House of Dragon is the new smash from the Game of Thrones story on HBO. Over 10 million viewers. They've got another hit on their hands. This is the prequel to Game of Thrones, 172 years before Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon is the new installment in the Game of Thrones story. And there's a black actor, Steve Toussaint. He plays Lord Velaryon. I hope I'm saying it right because I don't be watching Game of Thrones. The racist trolls are coming after him. Racist, why don't y'all go sit down? Why don't y'all go sit down somewhere? People of color, they're not going anywhere. We're here. We're here. It's amazing that people in 2022, and I know why am I surprised? But they've been trolling him, calling him all kind of names, and Stephen, keep doing you because you're doing a heck of a job. He says he's taking everything in stride, but he was surprised that people felt that he does not belong a part of the Game of Thrones story. You know, the same thing happened to actor John Boyega, who played Finn in the Star Wars movies. It kind of made him bitter because they were like, well, what you doing? And I'm wondering, did they do this to Billy D. Williams in Return of the Jedi back in the day? Racist trolls, go sit down somewhere. They was trying to come after me and Toya. They would be calling us black bitches when we first started. And I was like, who are they talking to? Keep your head up. Stephen Toussaint. House of the Dragon. He said he's taking it all in stride. Holly Madison was one of the young ladies who was with Hugh Hefner, the founder of Playboy, died in 2017 at the age of 91. He was known for that Playboy mansion and all kind of sex and orgies and everything else was happening there. She dated him from 2001 to 2008, and now she is talking about their sex life. Holly says sleeping with Hugh Hefner was gross. It was a chore. She says he wouldn't move. You couldn't slap his butt like a cattle, like, move. Holly, why'd you stay so long? You obviously were not getting an orgasm there. That's a long time to be going without an orgasm. But I guess if you could shop and spend and swipe and go shopping, you'll get your orgasm there. It makes you wonder, these girls are in it for the money. You see somebody with somebody that old, it's the money. It's show me the money. They're just there for the money. They don't care that it was gross or they're just laying there and the skin is wrinkly. They're going shopping. They're going shopping. That's what's happening. Holly, you had fun spending that money. Quiet quitting. It is a thing, y'all. It is a thing. Quiet quitting is when people, and we all know this person, and we all know this boss. They do just enough not to get fired. They're clowning, they're playing, they're slow walking. They don't take anything serious, and they don't want to. They don't like their job. They may not like their bosses. They may not like themselves. So they're just doing just enough. Quiet quitting is trending. We talk about it on my podcast, Patty and the Millennials. It's a conversation that I have with millennials, Gen X, men, women, and it's a great conversation. But this is trending, and it was so funny when they said, everybody's talking about quiet quitting. I said, I told y'all they was. It is a thing. And we all know that person. So how's my leg after yesterday's fall? Icy patches work. You know, you've seen the commercial with Shaquille O'Neal. Why they work. Today, I was able to, I'm swinging my leg now. I've been kind of like sitting too long. So when I stand up, look at me moving. When I stand up, I'm going to stand for like 30 seconds before I take the next step. They work. I'm feeling a lot better. I can say that I'm not in pain, but I took a spill yesterday. And wait a minute, y'all funny. You know, when you're a certain age, you just can't be falling. I know. I don't want no kind of serious injury ever. But whoo, that was like, whoo. A lot of people, I want to know your opinions on this. A lot of people got opinions on President Biden dismissing like $10,000 for people in student loan debt. Really isn't a lot of money. It costs a lot of money to go to school, and you had to have certain requirements. You had to make a certain amount of money or what you weren't making, and they're knocking $10,000 off your bill. A lot of people complain it's going to make taxpayers going to be the ones who wind up doing the brunt. And then you have those who are like, and I saw some lady on the news today, well, why did I go to school? Well, actually, I did it wrong. I should do like everybody else because I paid my school loan. It costs a lot, but this is going to help millions. It's going to help millions of people. Now, it could set a precedent that people are going to say, oh, I'm going to get a loan and I ain't going to pay it back, which is what a lot of people do. But it messes you up when you go to try to buy a car, a house, you get messed up. Some people, critics say, it gives people who are just bad with their money more reason to be bad with their money. But when you think about 10,000 is not a lot. It helps. Not a lot, but it helps. But I would love to know your thoughts because the debate on this is, leave a comment. Auntie reads the comments. I know a lot of people are surprised. Give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a minute of the curls, scoops, stories, my faces, the stories alone. Can you imagine having sex with somebody and they don't move? Subscribe to the channel. Love having you guys here. I'm glad that I can be that little light, that little giggle that you could just get whenever time you watch. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.